All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Racha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere Akeman. This is your brother Abawan, back again with another video. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Racha Kodash, all praises and glory is due. And, you know, with the current events and the recent things that have been going on in Babylon the Great, the state of Israel, Palestine, and or really all the whole world, right? But mainly with respect to the House of Congress, I think that's what they call it, the U.S. House of Congress, pushing a bill that would basically ban the reading of the scriptures, right, in order to defend the small hearts. And you see the problem right there, right? That's just showing you who these people truly are, right? Who the small hearts truly are. They are not the Israelites that are in the Bible, but rather they are the wicked of the Bible. The scriptures condemn them, which is why you are seeing Esau, Edom taking steps to try to illegalize and ban the use or the reading of the scriptures, right? So we are edging closer and closer to the famine of the world. And the question that I have is the same statement I put as the title of this video. If not, where and who is he? So we'll take the start from there. We'll begin the precepts with that. This is the book of Job 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And that's basically the question, right? For those of you scoffers out there that want to say the so-called white man isn't Esau Edom, the so-called small heart isn't Amalek, where and who is he? Because you can clearly see that, these devils are going to, at any length, to try to remove the scriptures from the public basically from the public eye, right? Whether it's the Pope coming out and saying that, oh, we should let ChatGPT rewrite the scriptures, or whether it's the US House of Congress passing a bill, right? And I'm reading this article because they will say that, oh, well, the US Congress didn't really pass a bill to outlaw the New Testament or outlaw the Bible, but the bill already but if you actually read the content of the bill, you find out that that is exactly what it does. Especially when you remember that the small hearts are actually against the scriptures, especially the New Testament, because they basically, because they see the New Testament as anti-Semitic. Oh, what you're saying is that the Jews killed Elijah Hawashai, which of course we're not talking about them, but rather the true Jews at the time, the people of Judea, which are the so-called Negroes, right? The um people of America, and the Black Americans, the brothers of you can know what I'm talking about anyway. But this is how Amalek operates. They are like the scriptures, like I just read. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Is not where and who is he? He is basically trying to place himself as the Most High, as the Israelites, as the saints of the Most High, when they are not. Okay. And that's why the scriptures say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, because only the wicked would ever imagine something like trying to ban the scriptures, right? With the excuse of protecting themselves. Because why Babylon the Great is going so hard to defend Amalek, right? Imagine that you see people, and the reason why, of course, is because of the protests that are going on against the state of Israel for what they are doing in Palestine. Now imagine that here you have, and that's once again showing you who is truly in power and who the wicked truly is. Here you have protests against the injustices that are being done by the state of Israel to Palestine, right? And of course, it's a war time situation, but we know who is really winning that war. the people that are getting 90 from Babylon the 90 bill, right, from Babylon the Great for defense. Imagine that nobody is they are protesting against the state of Israel, and the US Congress passes a basically what is a free speech bill to stop you from protesting that, and then still has enough time, still has enough to actually try to sneak in another bill to come against the scriptures and the reading of the scriptures. And really the reason is because these devils are being exposed, the wicked is being exposed. And the question right now that I'm asking is, who wants to sit up here and argue that the so-called white man isn't really Esau Edom, the so-called white man isn't really the devil, right? And it's funny that you only see brothers doing videos on this. Yeah, Congress is trying to pass a bill to basically, let's just read this article so I can see what they have to say about it. Okay. The claim: House passes bill to outlaw the New Testament. A May 3rd Facebook article post shows a screenshot of a headline that claims federal lawmakers took steps to ban a religious text central to Christianity. US Congress House passes bill to outlaw New Testament, the headline reads. Below it is text that reads, the US House of Representatives passed the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act, but concerns arise over its potential restriction on the biblical portrayal of, and they use JC's crucifixion, right? Like I was saying, because the small hearts, they're always talking about how, oh well, the Christians blame the Jews for killing the Lord, right? And that's the angle that they will take to, of course, ban the scriptures. But let's keep reading. The post caption says, remember, they don't want you reading the Bible. The post was shared more than 100 times in a week, and they are rating false. The bill referenced in the post would not outlaw the New Testament, according to multiple legal experts. Instead, it would require the Department of Education to use a certain definition of anti Semitism when it enforces federal anti discrimination laws on college campuses. So basically, what they are saying is that the bill is actually to change the definition of anti Semitism, basically to come against any criticism of the state of Israel or even the small hearts, which is exactly what you see happening on these college campuses, which is why they are protesting, for Palestine and the actions that the state of Israel is taking against Palestine, right? Because the state of Israel has waged war on Hamas, fine, good, perfect, and continue bombing, residential areas in Palestine and just indiscriminately bombing everybody up out there in Palestine, right? That is the major cause for the protest right there. Innocent people being bombed. Anytime you see the Palestinians talking about what's going on between them and the state of Israel, it's always, you know, war torn, war zone, that they aren't even fighters, but they are still getting, but once again bombarded by the state of Israel, right? But let's continue reading. In early May, the House approved legislation that, if enacted, would expand the definition of anti-Semitism, and that's exactly what they are doing. They are actively trying to ban the scriptures and kickstart the famine of the world in order to protect these small hearts, as it is written, the least of the flock shall draw them out, right? Because eventually Babylon the Great is going to cause their own destruction by constantly trying to protect these small hearts. Therefore, hear the counsel of Yahweh that he has taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. And this is actually making me think of, back in 2020, all the George Floyd protests, right? You had them BLM out there for months protesting the injustices that, Jake is facing against the police, right? Jake is facing in the system of, in the system of this beast system and Babylon the Great. And no bill was passed. No bill was snuck into Congress to protect Jake, right? No bill, nothing happened. All that's happening is they just You had some of these politicians come out and talking about how they are standing in solidarity with BLM, right? You had some other politicians do some donations that eventually got laundered to BLM, but no law, no legislation, nothing was passed to protect, or any Jake, or not even a single police act or anything like that. No law was passed to protect Jake. But here you have these small hearts, just a few protests on college campuses against Palestine, which of course, we already know why there are so many protests for Palestine out here in Babylon the Great. The victim willing strike again. That's all I'll say. And you already see Congress, they're already taking action to push legislation forward to protect these small hearts. And that shows you right there that they don't rate you Israelites in this kingdom, man. They don't this kingdom is not for our people. This kingdom is not for the Israelites. They don't, you know, I don't know the term to use, but they don't care about Jake. They're not interested in helping you or doing anything for you. Even a simple law to protect you from being victimized in this kingdom, from being the prey, they are not going to do that because the hatred that these devils, right, Esau, Edom has for you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. It's a we can go into the scriptures for that, but let me see whether there's another article to read right now. Let me just get that right quick. It's okay. Okay, this is what I'm looking for, right? Republicans voting for a bill that could make Bible illegal outrages MAGA. Right, so basically, once again, going into the same thing, right? Because if one part of the scriptures is illegal, that's the whole scriptures. Man, you can't say, oh, well, it's only the New Testament. You can still read out of the Old Testament. No, all the if the scriptures aren't complete, then it's still banning the scriptures, right? It's still banning the Bible. And once again, notice that there are no Christians coming out to condemn this. Where is that boy, right? The Catholic guy, the Pope, where are your general mega church pastors, your general overseers of these mega churches out here to condemn and to wag the finger at the US government? Even Vocab, and I looked at his channel before this, he hasn't even said anything about, this whole situation right here about how a bill could be passed to basically ban or even make the Bible, the scriptures illegal. I think maybe just the reading of the scriptures, further bringing you into the famine of the world. So there is another prophecy that is coming to pass right before your eyes, that the men of the Lord were, had already foretold, already prophesied of. So let's read this. So I'll expand article. MAGA conservatives voiced outrage at congressional Republicans voting for the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act over concerns it would make this Bible illegal. Right, so at the end of the day, all this is being done for the sake of these small hearts, okay? Once again, this is showing you, man, hey, you are seeing who the wicked is clear as day. Because why would you need to ban the scriptures, the truth, okay? If you want liars, right? If you want being deceitful, if you want being wicked, that's the reason why they are banning the scriptures, because Esau Edom is saying that as clear as day, their time is up. It's time for them to be taken out, and the scriptures are actively condemning them. Revelation 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And these devils are preparing to come down on you people. That's why they are banning the scriptures, right? Once they ban the scriptures, you can't go to the scriptures and see where the MOTB is, right? Where World War III is. And now Esau Edom will pull the wool over your eyes and be able to bombard you with all these draconian decrees. Okay, these devils are being exposed, and this is how they react to the expose, by coming against the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai, which of course per the cost of the adversary. Okay, but let's continue reading. Congress on Wednesday passed the bill which would require the Department of Education to use International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance working definition of anti-Semitism when enforcing anti-discrimination laws. Funny how, you know, a bill was just passed and then straight up just to defend the small hats on top of all the other bills that exist to defend the small hats. And this is basically a anti-free speech bill, right? Because you should remember another bill of that nature was passed once again. An anti-free speech bill where you can't publicly condemn or criticize the state of Israel because it will be seen as anti-Semitism. And basically, what anti-Semitism is what the small heart say it is, whatever the small heart say it is. Just coming out, and speaking against them, even if you are a small heart yourself, right? Because you have a lot of these small hearts that are talking about anti-Semitism from their fellow, from their own people. You will still get hit with this anti-Semitism. And once this bill gets passed, it's not just going to be okay, or rather, since this bill has been passed, it's not just going to be the Department of Education. It's also going to be on social media as well. So you're going to see YouTube start coming down and flagging videos that speak too harshly of these small hearts. Right? The only thing that you can do now is either not speak on them or just only just only speak praises. And it shows you, man, hey, the wicked are being revealed. If Esau Edom, right, if the so-called red man, and the small heart and the wicked, who the hell else can it be? Because who is actively, writing legislation, right, to come, to ban the scriptures, to ban the reading of the word, just to defend the wicked. And that's why the scripture say that he will change times and laws. Right? Let me go to that precept. I think that's in the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter. Yeah. So this is the book of Daniel 7, verse 24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall arise after them, and it shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. And this is, of course, speaking of the red dragon and what the 10 horns represent. We already know what the 10 horns represents, the different nations that came out of the dragon, or that came out of Europe, basically. Right, and I'm not going to start listing them down, but the main ones that we need to know about are Spanish, not Spanish, it was Spain, Portugal, and the Great Britain. Or just Britain, Slovakia. Nothing great about those demons. Daniel 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, Jehovah Shem Yahushai, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until the time and times and the dividing of time. Right. And you see that these devils are setting up a law to, ban the scriptures, basically legalize the reading of the scriptures, specifically the New Testament. And now this is, of course, once again Bible prophecy, right? The famine of the world, but also the power that was given into the hand of Esau Edom to do this. Okay. So yeah, let me just end this video right here. So with that, once again, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Basham Yahshai, Basham Racha Kwadash, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom.